Man maybe having their worst season since 1994, but that in itself could be an omen. That season they finished down in 13th in Serie A, but they still went on to lift the UEFA Cup. This is their 27th season in this competition, which is more than any other club in Europe. So can their faltering form see them through to the last 8 and give Marco Tardelli a chance to salvage something from the wreckage of such a disappointing campaign? This is Contra breaking forward early on for Alaves, who are wearing their change kit tonight. It was a good run by the Romanian. He's got plenty of pace, and Serena was the player that wasn't at all sure where Contra was going to go. Milan are disappointed to even be in this competition at all, of course, having reached the qualifying stages of the Champions League, courtesy of their position in Serie A last season. They didn't get through. A disappointing 1-0 aggregate defeat at Helsingborg. As poor as it was surprising. Here's Jordi Cruyff. Faranos has trapped back with him. It's been a bright start by the Spaniards, and it's a good ball delivered in. A header from Astudillo went wide, but it possibly should have been a little bit closer than it was. Done very well to get past Ivan Cordova. Good cross by Cruyff. And with the defence not at all sure where they were, Astudillo should have done better. Serena. Optimistic shot from Christian Vieri. Vieri just glad to be back on the pitch after missing the vast majority of the start of this season through injury. Vieri's got just the 5 league goals this season, but embarrassingly almost, that makes him the top scorer in the league for Inter Milan. That's been part of their problems while they're down in 10th position. No such problems for Javier Moreno, leading scorer in Spain, 16 league goals this season, and 3 in Europe already. Cosmin Contra. The flick was towards Moreno, but whacked clear by the Inter defence again. Oscar Tellez. Space again in the midfield as Tomic plays it forward. Lack of conviction on the shot really from Moreno, but another promising opening created by Alaves. It was Tomic that played in Moreno, who's been getting in the positions early on without really troubling Sebastian Frey. Now Rakova. Herrera bailed out by his defender. The referee blew his whistle. It wouldn't have counted in any case, but the Argentinian goalkeeper embarrassed by a poor bounce on the turf in front of him. Rakova, good skill, and the Uruguayan makes a run for the return ball, and it's Cruyff that's gone all the way back to cover at the expense of a corner for Inter Milan. Good link-up play again between Rakova and Vieri. Subiar will be on very shortly. First of all, the corner delivered deep, and Vieri should have made it 1-0 to the visitors. Possibly wasn't gambling on the ball being flicked on towards him, and it came to him at a different height than he was expecting. But Rakova's delivery was good. The flick on impressive. But despite the good work from Cordova, Vieri couldn't put the Italians a goal up. Much to the frustration of Marco Tardelli. Serena's header. Faranos. Rakova again, who's seen plenty of the ball so far. And he's done well to get past Contra. He's got plenty of pace as Rakova. Decent delivery. And again it was Vieri that he managed to find. Worryingly for Alaves. Vieri getting in between the 2 defenders again. Can't keep giving him chances like this. Zubiar. His first contribution since coming on, and it wins a corner. Former Athletic Bilbao man will take it himself. Moreno is in there, Simic is with him. And it's delivered in towards Moreno! And Alaves take the lead! 2 minutes before half-time. Javier Moreno's 20th goal of the season. One of the biggest in Alaves' history. Good delivery, working. That was at the heart of the problem, really, for Inter Milan. No kind of challenge from Simic. And Moreno, with a well-placed header, gives Alaves a deserved lead. Perhaps Alaves are finally going to win a home game in the UEFA Cup. So far they've been qualifying due to an excellent away record. That goal coming just before the injury time started. What a fillip it is for Mane's men that they got that goal at such a good time. Desio to Pablo. Tomic gives it away. Good ball played out by Brocchi, and a wonderful through ball from Vieri. Recoba. It's 1-1. The lead lasted no more than a couple of minutes. And not just the equaliser, but a vital away goal scored by Recoba. He struggled for form in the league, but his form in this competition has been very bright indeed. Another wonderful piece of interplay between Vieri and Recoba, and as soon as he was through, the finish was always assured. Now Moreno. Well, what an end to the first half it's been. And but for a better ball there, it could easily have been 2-1 to Alaves, with 3 goals in the last 3.5 minutes of the half. Didn't look up as Zubiar made the run towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Good footing by Contra. And referee Alain Hamer brings an end to a first half which really had its climax in the last few moments. Moreno putting Alaves ahead. The lead lasted 2 minutes. Recoba's equaliser making it Alaves 1, Inter Milan 1 at half-time. Welcome back, 1-1 at half-time. And it was a decent first 45 minutes, both sides having spells in the ascendancy. And certainly the scoreline probably just about a fair reflection of what's gone on so far, although Alaves might consider themselves the more unlucky of the two sides not to be ahead. Zubiar didn't keep that in. It's a throw which will be taken by Inter. Great deal of irony about the Alaves nickname of El Glorioso. This is only their 8th season in the top flight in Spain, and they were in the Spanish 3rd division as recently as 1995. It's a testament to the work that has been done to get them through to the last 16 of the UEFA Cup, something that was inconceivable just 5 or 6 seasons ago. But they've got more defending to do now as Recoba comes forward and puts Inter Milan ahead. A goal out of nothing, really, but once more Inter Milan breaking quickly from the back, and Recoba, the chief executioner, with a decent finishing touch, just totally brushed his way past Oscar Telles, and the goalkeeper probably should have done better as well. Cruyff. Contra. Faranosh with the challenge on him. Back to Desio. Now Pablo's been relatively quiet, the Alaves captain. This is a better opening though. And Zubiar should have made it 2-2. Well, when Astudillo went off on the half-hour mark, there were a few groans from the Alaves fans. But certainly Zubiar has had plenty of headway since he's come on. Really should have added an equaliser to all the good work that he's done in terms of approach play in the minutes that he's been on the pitch. Here's Contra. Cruyff! And again it's Zubiar in the centre. But Cordoba's defending was good enough that time. Just got his positioning right as the ball came in, made it difficult for Zubiar to attack it. Serena, who played in Spain for Atletico Madrid with Jugovic and Vieri. Plenty known about the Inter Milan players by the Spanish side. They're really up against it at the moment, trailing 2-1 to 2 away goals, and despite the fact that their away form has been so good in Europe, this is not a good result by any stretch of the imagination. Zubiawa, cleared by Cordoba. Now Inter, with Brocchi, have a chance to bring it away. Cordoba's clearance. Seized in the midfield by Gelli. One back by Farinos, good ball through. Vieri's beaten the offside trap. Oh, the goalkeeper's committed himself horribly and has paid the inevitable penalty. Christian Vieri makes it 3-1. And is that the end of brave Alaves' dream? There are few strikers in Europe that you wouldn't want to see on the end of a through ball like that, and it was a pass of real quality. Vieri running from an onside position, and Herrera committed himself when perhaps it would have been better to stay on his line. Vieri comfortably beating him, could have gone down for a penalty. The goalkeeper would almost certainly been sent off had he gone to the ground. Vieri deciding the goal, the perfect punishment, and that's a big step for Inter through to the last 8. Zubiawa beaten away by Frey. Gelli will take the throw. A game that has been fast-flowing and ebbed from end to end. Contra. Serena tried to force him out wide, but he's turned it back in. It was Cruyff that met it, but didn't meet it as he needed to. It was a good shot by Zubiawa, and Sebastian Frey has looked pretty decent in goal. Had that been on target from Cruyff, he wouldn't have had any chance. Well, Hakan Suker has got some record in European football. He scored 28 European goals for Galatasaray, including a UEFA Cup victory last season. And in the Turkish league, he scored 173 goals in 239 games. But as in his previous spell in Italy with Torino, he's struggled to settle away from his native Turkey. Serena. Good ball through, and that was a blatant foul. Serena the perpetrator of it. And Vallejo has looked dangerous since he came on. Frey's got to try and make sure that he's got the wall in the right position. Moslan making life difficult for him. Could be set up here for perhaps Cruyff or Oscar Telles. And it is Oscar Telles who halves the deficit. The former Valencia man whose future here at Alaves is decidedly uncertain at the moment. With a great strike, curving away from Frey all the time, the goalkeeper helpless. And it's 2-3. Desio. Serena knocks it out of harm's way. Now Farinos. Again, Contra being given big license to push forward, and dangerously too. Shot from Vallejo blocked. And Alaves really look as though they've had such a big lift psychologically by that free kick going in. Zubiawa. Vital touch by Brocchi to knock it away. Throw taken quickly by Gelli. This is Desio. It's Alaves that are ending the game in the ascendancy, no doubt about that. Tomic out to Contra. And a decent ball in from Contra. Free header. 3-3. Vallejo, the substitute, ties it up. And they've scored twice in 2.5 minutes. 1-0 up. Everything was looking fantastic. Then 3-1 down. has scored the biggest goal of his life. Great cross from Contra, but the marking was non-existent. Vallejo in 3 yards of space. And there'll be real inquests in the Italians' defence as to how he managed to get there. Well, Inter may have their 3 away goals, and they may have a very poor away record domestically, but they won't feel as though they've done the job by any means as far as getting through the quarterfinals is concerned. Frey was scrambling there, it could have been even worse. What an impact this young man has made. Cruyff for the delivery that time, and Vallejo beating Simic in the air. Cruyff. Zubiar to his left. Can Alaves win it? 2 in the centre for him. In the end, Luigi Di Biagio is there just to knock it away from Tomic. Looked as though Zubiar had overrun it, but 2 in the centre, neither of them could quite get there. But Di Biagio just sleeping someone as Tomic came in at the back post. Zubiar to take the corner. Will there be another late twist in this dramatic UEFA Cup tie? In fact, the referee has spotted an infringement. Don't know whether it's time wasting. Mane furious, demanding the 4th official gives him a decent explanation for what's just happened. Serena. Hakan Şükür caught in possession, but wings it back almost instantly. Serena again, Recoba is up there. Hakan Şükür just might have been in an offside position as it was played in. The net result is a corner. Last chance perhaps for Inter to get the first leg victory. Recoba will be taking the flag kick. Header away is from Dan Egger, and a volley not that far away from Serena. Night of mixed emotions for Marco Tardelli. It's been a season of mixed emotions for him as well. Zubiar tucked away. Now to play for a late throw. And it's a corner, won by Magno Moslen. And surely they can't win it right at the end. Danegan is up, making life difficult for the Inter defenders. Zubiar delivers it. Headed away, Gelli. Right towards Desio. Contra. Cruyff, Gelli, good move right at the end of the game. Zubiar, oh, it deserved better. And that the last touch of a good game. 3-3 the final score, and the Inter supporters will, I'm sure, be the happier of the 2 sets of fans. But the bottom line is they'll be wondering how they blew that 3-1 lead. Alaves 3, Inter Milan 3.
Another UEFA Cup match.